Welcome back to Footballin with Ben Roethlisberger. I am Ben Roethlisberger, and well, I guess it is my show, but if you're coming here because of our guest, then welcome to the show for the first time. One of the more, Spence, requested guest, and I'm not sure if it's requested by him as he created a bunch of different burner accounts, but a dear friend of the show, a dear friend of mine, a teammate for a couple years, which we were talking about it earlier. We were talking about it was only 2 years, but it felt like that's crazy. Lot longer. I know, and our friendship is more than you would think off of just 2 years, but we are excited to have here in studio in Nashville, Duck Hodges.
Hey, there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up? Devlin.
Woo.
That feels weird. I almost said like...
Yeah, don't call me Devlin. Anyone calls me Devlin, I'm like, I know you from
Does
like
anybody
childhood.
call you that?
I mean, my parents still do, but very few people.
It's like one of those things where like, I don't know who it was. It was like the kids, like by the way, my kids are like, tell Duck hello. So, but they're like, what's Duck's name? I'm like,
it's Duck.
Duck,
yeah.
Like I had to like really think for a second, like, gosh, I had to think about that. You know, you just never ever do it. So,
oh, dude, the amount of people that I tell, like, or that I get asked, like, is Duck like your real name? I'm just like, yeah, kinda. Pretty much now it is. It is like you don't on the birth certificate. No, I'm working on it.
Sure, man. Sure. When did Duck stick as the nickname? When did you get that?
So it was my freshman year of college. I actually redshirt freshman year, and me and the senior quarterback were like battling it out. We had a new college football coach, and he was like, he called me in his office one day. He's like, hey, the best quarterback I ever coached kind of walked like a duck, and he's like, you're better than him. And since you duck hunt, duck call, I'm gonna call you Duck. And then he went and told like the media that like Devlin was too hard to say, which I don't know why he said that. I'm like, dude, come on, that's a pretty easy name to say. So it started there, and then like
pronunciation goes, that's
pretty easy. It started there, and then I just like had a really good fall camp and like really kind of balling out, and like the whole team was like, it's Duck season. And at the time, I'm like, dude, like I'm a quarterback. I don't want to be nicknamed Duck. Like that's terrible. But it stuck, and it ended up being a pretty good nickname for me.
Did they? Because obviously in Pittsburgh, which we got to get to a beer. I know we got to start the show the right way, but we were already going on. But in Pittsburgh, it was like this craze, which we'll get to the whole when you were there. Was it the same thing at college? Like the duck, like people had like signs of ducks, or they had.
I mean, not as big, just because I went to such a small college.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, everyone as far as friends, fraternities, everyone I knew, they all called me Duck.
Duck. Do your like? Obviously, we'll talk. Well, you got a lot of things going on in your personal life, but did you like girlfriends? Everybody called you Duck. Like that was just your thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the brand opportunity.
It's unbelievable. It's great.
It was.
Like, I'm trying to think. So it's really just your parents that call you Devlin.
Pretty much. Yeah. Close family. Yep.
Okay. Just another question, because I'm fascinated by this because
Lainey calls
awesome.
me Duck too.
She calls you Duck.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, like one of the first times we went down to eat with Lainey had met my family, but we went down to have dinner, and like she started calling me Duck, and they just kind of like, you call him Duck? She's like, well, yeah, that's how I know him. so yeah.
But when you get when someone introduces you,
Duck. 100%. Yeah. And like
I love it.
It's weird. Like sometimes when I introduce myself, I never know like, do I say Devlin or I say Duck? So I say Duck, and then sometimes
I mean that's who you are. It is what it is. I mean it's Duck.
Yeah, I mean
you heard it here. You heard it here, everybody. If you see him, you're not his mom or his dad. Don't call him Devlin ever. Matter of fact, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done with it.
We're done with
Duck's here. Well, Duck, part of this show is we have we do our F's, right? We talk about our faith, we talk about our family, we talk about football, we talk about food, and we talk about beer. For beer.
Yeah.
Silent F, okay? So we went and picked up some beers for you. Not for you, but in like kind of each one has some sort of a special thought. Okay. We are on the road, we're not at the bar at home, but
this is getting tricky. I'm already like really good at spilling.
We did bring the snifters from home because that's the way it should be. So I'll pour you a snifter after Spence is going to.
Hey.
Oh, good job, Spence. Okay.
Thanks. Yep.
We're going to start off easy. Now, listen, this one's called Northwoods Life. It's a golden ale, okay?
Okay.
It just felt right. You're an outdoor guy, Northwood. Now, that's not the North. You're more Southwoods. I get it because you're from the South.
Yeah,
but we're outdoor life, and right? We got to fly. You don't fly fish, do you?
No, but I'm intrigued.
Okay, there's a fly on here for fly fishing. It felt outdoors. Okay, I'm gonna pour this for you. Then I'm gonna
Let's do it.
I know you're not a. Sorry, no, my mic's.
You're good.
Yeah, I told you before show, I'm not a big like.
Hey, see you, Bart. Thanks for letting us be in here.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, we're,
Oh yeah, we're live.
we are filming it. Yeah,
No big deal.
Bart, you've been on the show. You know how professional this is.
You know how it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Holler at me when you're done.
Okay.
Going to auditions.
Okay.
Good luck.
I
Good luck.
hope they accept you as a singer.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah. Bart's going to audition.
He's going to audition for the voice. He's going to do the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we got?
Okay, yeah. So we know that, like, when I told you to come on the show, you're like, do I get Natty Light, Bush Light, and Miller Light? I think that's what you were asking for.
Yeah, just light beers. I'm not
The light stuff. Okay, this is not that. Well,
That's okay.
this is just a golden ale. It's usually a suspense job, but it's 4.5, so it's just like a heavy, like a blood heavy, right?
Yeah.
But it's our mission and belief. Oh, I got to read it's a Blue Ox Malt House.
Oh, it's a Blue Ox Malt House.
Yeah,
Sounds fancy.
It does.
it does. I don't even know who makes
So
it.
what am I like?
I'm gonna let you know right
So
now.
we're
bud.
gonna do like a wine tasting.
Do I like rate this 1 to 10? Like, was it just
Yeah, we want to
tell you
hear. We
what I
want to hear
think,
what
or-
you what you taste.
Okay.
This is brewed and canned by Northwoods Brewing Company in Northwood, New Hampshire.
Okay.
So this is way far away from you, but it's outdoors.
Yeah.
Super.
It's our mission and belief that the more people get to experience the great outdoors, the richer their lives will be. I think that's something that we can get
like
behind
that.
as outdoor guys.
Yeah, I concur.
This golden ale is a tipping of our hat to all the wonderful things a Northwoods life can bring. This
Okay.
beer was exclusively brewed with grain grown and malted in New England and hopped with Vermont Crystal and German Sapphire hops, creating a well-balanced, local-centric brew we can all get behind. Each season, you can watch for a new label that celebrates the ways in which we interact with the outdoors. We hope you enjoy.
New England hops.
Yep, he's not going to like this at all.
Might taste like cheating.
Yeah, let me see the can real quick.
Might taste like cheating.
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely a 10 on the can.
Seems a little
Okay, yeah, the
deflated.
outdoors.
can's
yeah, got a
cool.
fly, got a little camping thing on it.
I like that.
So yeah, we just like to.
Well, he's got a
sip.
technique. Ben, show
Oh,
him the
it smells
technique.
good.
He knows.
Oh, yeah.
Watch
You
this
gotta smell
technique.
it?
He's got the nose, the sip, the aeration.
You ever listen to it a little bit?
A little listen. That's
Let
good.
it talk to
Listen, no, I'm talking.
you. All right.
That's delightful.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Doesn't
it's
doesn't
not
taste
hoppy.
deflated at all.
No, it's not deflated. Doesn't chase like they cheat, like they videoed somebody.
What do you think?
It's not bad.
There you go.
That's not bad. That's actually really good.
It is good.
Yeah. Northwoods Life. Golden Ale.
Yeah, it's
that's
just
good.
a golden ale. We went.
Oh yeah,
that's
bud.
good.
Yeah, that's
Big
smooth.
fan. And so, just so people have a frame of reference, your Bush Light is your go-to.
Coors Light.
Coors Light.
Coors Light.
What about banquet? You banquet guy? Seem like you like a banquet.
I like a
Belly?
good banquet every now and then. You know, if I got my cowboy hat on.
He's not quite grown up. He's not quite old enough for that. He's still a
Yeah,
young
once
fella.
I
He's
hit
still in
30,
his 20s. He's still in his
once I
20s.
hit 30, I'll be a banquet.
Yeah, you graduate to
I
a
still got
banquet.
like a couple years.
We like the banquet.
I like
Okay.
it. Yeah,
This is good. Yeah, I'll pour you another one. This is well done.
Northwoods.
Good first choice.
Northwoods.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It's
thought
all
about that.
downhill from here.
It is going to be downhill.
That's
Well,
all right.
well, the second one's definitely going to be downhill. The last one could be downhill, but it's going to be funny.
Okay.
Spence, you anymore? You good?
Yeah.
Okay, take it over there.
Yeah, my man.
So as we're enjoying this beer, we're gonna. I feel like because the fans that watch the show, we have so much to talk about. This is gonna be a fun episode. I want to get a little bit into your growing up, going to Samford.
Sam, not Stan.
Sam, not Stan.
We used to make T-shirts at the college like that. It literally said Sam, not Stan.
Really?
Yeah, because you'd say Sanford. They're like, oh, dude, Stanford, like, you must be super smart. I'm like, well, Sanford's a smart school, but like, I'm not very smart. But you know, Sanford, Sam, not Stan. That was a big
Love
thing.
it. We'll talk about that. We'll talk a little bit about time with the Steelers, your football career, kind of what you're up to now. But I think the fans want to know because the season just ended. Did you watch any Steeler games this year? Are you still watching the NFL? Are you watching much football? Because I think we need to at least if you get your thoughts on the Steelers if you watched any of it this year.
Yeah. I can't say I sit here and watch every game, but I definitely watched a few, and like the Steelers or like one team I still try to keep up with and whatnot. And, you know, obviously they had a good start to the season and, you know, finished a little slow, but when people ask me who's your team in the NFL, I still say Pittsburgh. Like I'm a Steelers fan. Like, man, they gave me everything that I could have dreamed for. Like they gave me opportunity and a chance. So I still pull for them and, you know, wish nothing but the best. But man, I want to see them. I want to see them go the way.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I think the big news out of Pittsburgh is the quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Fields, is it Wilson? Is it now someone else.
Yeah,
on
I
the
saw
outside.
something like they were talking about Daniel Jones, Trevor Lawrence.
I
It's
mean,
like,
you
man,
can throw
like,
every,
what?
they can throw
they-
every name out
I
there.
might
right
throw
now.
my name back in the hat.
Yeah, you heard it here first, everybody. Duck's putting his name back in.
That's right.
the
That's
hat.
right.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you've been, when you were there for your time, and we can get into that, there's not quarterback controversy, but there was some bouncing around. It was,
Yeah.
I was hurt the first year. It was you, it was Mason, it was Mason, it was you.
Mm-hmm.
What, being in that kind of situation at times where, this year Field starts and plays for,
Yeah.
I think he went 6-4-2 or something early.
Yeah.
Pretty decent success. And then all of a sudden, Wilson kind of gets thrown in there. How can that mess with what does that do to the psyche of a quarterback when you're in there, you're doing it, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't say the rug gets pulled out from underneath you, but does that mess with you at all when you're doing those kind of things and what it feels like?
I mean, I
Do
definitely
you feel for Justin a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like for me it was a lot different because I came in there, like on paper, like I'm not supposed to be there.
Right.
Like I had nothing to lose. So like me, being there was just an awesome opportunity and very thankful for it. But like even when you are playing and you do get taken out, and like I definitely feel for Justin a little bit because like it's not like he was getting taken out because because he was playing bad. It was just like, hey, Russ is back. He's healthy. It's like,
now, yeah.
kind of he's the guy. So I don't know. It was awesome to see him like perform at a high level, kind of knowing that like when he came back, there was a good chance he was going to be done. But yeah.
Do you think they should have switched, or do you think that's just stay with Fields?
I mean, man, they end up going 10-0. They start season 10-0, 11-0
This year?
Yeah.
No, they went 6. Well, it was
Evan?
I meant when Russell
when Russ came in.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like,
yeah.
would they win their first 7, Evan? Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean,
I know.
It's hard to say.
But you're 4-2 at the time, and
I
it's
agree.
not. And one of the games, the Colt game, I wouldn't necessarily say it was his fault. The Colts came out and kind of shell shocked the Steelers defense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that. You were at that game, right?
I was at that game. Yeah, with Pat.
I seen that.
Yeah, because that was and Flacco comes in. It's not the quarterback's fault for that game.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But you're right. It's like, okay, it looks like a great idea. You put Russ in, and all of a sudden you're 7-0, or you won the first 7, and the offense is. I mean, the first game you played was Cincinnati.
Yep.
Which they went for 400 and some yards, and the offense looks like this is what we're going to have all year. But then it kind of slowly went downhill.
Yeah.
You're right. It's hard to look back and be like, I mean, you can play that what if game all the
I was
time.
about to say, because you could play that like, what if we played Justin all year? And
I know. But it'll be interesting. I mean, what do you think if it was just those two? If you're the head coach or the GM of that team, and it's between Russ or Fields, what are you doing?
I'm probably playing Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because, I mean, heck, you see it. I mean, it seems like the game really is like the teams that are in it every year have some sort of like mobile QB. It's crazy to me how the game has changed. And I mean, Russ is a great quarterback, probably be a Hall of Fame quarterback, but like, he's definitely I would say he's on the back 9 of his career. And I don't know, it seemed like the OC, Arthur Smith, had some like wanted him to play, I guess, a little bit or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I would pick Fields.
We talked about it here too. I'd like to see what Fields can do in another year of that offense. Like, whether you want to bring someone else in, but let's see what he can do in a second year of an offense, because there's some familiarity, right?
Yes.
He's had a new system every year. Like, he may be more comfortable.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not taking into account contracts and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'd like to see what Fields could do another year. Some of the mobility stuff would be interesting. Know he's got a good arm, and again, not taking anything away from Russ, but it feels like Fields could be the pick of the future if you wanted.
Well, it seems like Russ is came out and said that he's pretty much not going back to Pittsburgh, right? Is that what I saw?
Did he say that? Well, I know.
I don't know.
haven't
I
heard.
seen something where it's pretty
Evan?
much
What?
Has Russ said he's not coming back?
or
I've heard conflicting reports on both sides.
okay,
Him saying that he's not coming back, but then his people say that he's still a candidate.
okay,
Yeah.
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 Which that's the old game, right? Because I thought,
That's
we
contract
talked
stuff, right?
about what's that?
That's got to be contract
Stuff. And
Yeah.
with Pete Carroll going to the Raiders need to coach. Is that something for
Well,
Russ?
that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Well, there's a lot of fans. Like, Evan is our local Yinzer that tells us what the fans are thinking. he's the guy.
is he
People's champ is what we call.
yeah? Is he boys with what's the name? Is it Kevin Adams? Is that the big Yinzer fan? Ethan? Evan, Ethan, sorry, Evan.
Who's Kevin Adams?
Is it Kevin Adams? Is that the big Yinzer that like leads the charge on a bunch of negative stuff?
Evan's
never
our
mind,
leader.
never mind.
He's our Yinzer leader.
Okay, all right, never heard of him. Sorry,
I bet
Kevin.
he's heard of Evan though.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, no, that's what everyone wants to know. What are we doing? And it's the quarterback, and it's guys like Evan and the fans are tired of we were 500. 500 is not, we're better than 500. It's like first round playoff loss. Like we can't do that anymore. So I think that's what everyone's trying to figure out. Like what is the answer? What's the solution? Is it a coaching change? And some people want want Mike to go.
Yeah.
But is it just new systems, and it seems like there's been a couple coaches that have just contracts have expired.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to see any big shock and all things happen for that team. That's just not what they do.
Yeah.
So if they do that, they kind of like wash, rinse, repeat. Same outcome this year. I mean, Pittsburgh burned the city down. These fans are to the point now where it's like, all right, we get it. If we repeat it this year, you got to do something, right?
Yeah, I mean the winning season, first round playoff, they seem to be getting tired of that.
Well, let's watch this. Hey, Evan, are you cool with the team? The team just got to get 500, right? That's the most important thing next year?
No.
Got to beat Cleveland. Is that it?
That's it.
No. Just lose. I mean,
Just lose.
Just lose.
just saying, like you don't have to go 500. I mean, like I said, blow it up.
And then
Draft the quarterback.
He wants to go 0-16.
there's no quarterbacks this year in the draft that are going to be available.
He wants
Next year.
he wants Archie Manning the next year.
Archie.
Is that what you're calling for?
Arch Manning, that's your
take
go-to?
Arch?
It's not my go-to, but I said I'll take it.
Who's your go-to if you had to pick one QB to get?
I'm right here.
It can't be. It can't be Ben or me. Obviously.
I don't know. I kind of like Jackson Dart.
Jackson
Ooh,
Dart.
okay.
There you
So
go.
I think he's a good sleeper quarterback.
I think
he's a good little player.
He's a good dude.
He's
I
got a
know
little,
him.
you know him?
Yeah, he's awesome.
He got a little slinger in him, like a
He
little
does.
bit of like just.
I feel like he's a quarterback that not a lot of people are talking about that like could kind of be that like surprise next year.
Really, I liked him. I've got a friend, Chad Spencer, who is a Ole Miss. I'm sure he's probably, Chad.
Yeah.
Who's probably paying all his NIL money.
Big Ashley Furniture guy.
Yeah, Ashley Furniture. Shout out, Chad. But he was always like,
Yeah.
dart. And so I've watched some of the games because they were fun to watch too.
Yeah.
What Lane was doing over there on offense, and I was impressed with some of the stuff he was doing. There was a couple times where, and again, small sample size,
Yeah.
where I was like, I would have liked to see him get out of some of the, because he seems like a good enough athlete. Mm-hmm. But there were some of the times where I was like, man, I'd like to see him do more on the scramble and keep your eyes downfield and do things. But all in all, I was impressed with him too.
Yeah.
Again, small sample size, but I think he's a sleeper type guy too.
Yeah,
he seems like he's out. Is he outdoor hunter guy? He seems like it.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not, I don't think crazy, but
Okay.
he's definitely been before. Who's got the number one pick this year? Is it Titans?
Titans. That's what we've been asking all the Titans fans. We asked Bergazzi about it and who they want.
Yeah. Who do they want?
He wanted the shock and awe. Like he was like, ideally, I would take Deion Sanders as the head coach and Shador's because he wants eyes and attention on Tennessee. But he said Travis Hunter was who he wanted. Ramon, who did Ramon say?
I have to go back and watch. They need a quarterback, man. Like Travis Hunter's a freak athlete, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Without a quarterback.
They're all saying they're going to stick with Will, the turnover machine. Will Levis is the turnover machine.
Hey, I'm gonna go golf with him Wednesday.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Listen.
Will's great.
Yeah. I mean,
I haven't even watched any Titan games for obvious
you
reasons.
should go. I'm just before you go, just like there's got to be a way to type in Will Levis turnovers in 2024. There's some stuff that just makes you scratch your head a little bit. Yeah. And listen, I love the way he plays and this, that, and the other, but some of the things he did would make you just kind of go,
Yeah.
interesting.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, there's some that are pretty funny actually. Like,
Oh, really?
Like almost on the ground, like doing something crazy.
Kind of like a
type
movie almost.
stuff. Yes, kind of.
That's great.
But anyway, I don't know where we were going, Spence. But I was all over the place there.
Yeah, no, I was just talking.
What else? Anything else with the Steelers that we could think about that the fans might want to see?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
Just probably to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think the
goal
fans would
number one.
want to see
Goal number
that.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, they- for a while.
Yes, for
Understand
sure.
that. Understand.
Yeah,
But it also, I mean, real quick, it seems like Pittsburgh, just sports in general, is just kind of down right now. I mean, Pirates.
Evan.
Don't say that out loud, Evan. Yeah,
Penguins,
because
like-
the Penguins aren't playing well.
Yeah.
Well, the Buccos won their first 2 games. It is preseason.
Brother, come on, man.
Okay,
What do we
let's
do?
go.
The Pirates, the
We know that
frustration with the
that's-
Pirates is like,
That's been there for a while. I remember the guy I lived with in Pittsburgh. His dad is a team doctor for the Pirates.
Okay.
He grew up in Pittsburgh, and so I felt that even when I lived there.
Yeah,
years
there's a
ago.
lot of frustration with Pirate fans. We don't want to get Evan. He's still making food. We don't want to get him upset.
he
over
might
there.
burn this down willingly. It's not even our cabin. He might
all right.
burn it down if we start talking about the Pirates.
I was going to say I would love to, because I think there's frustration on Steelers fans, so we don't need to dig back in there anymore. Because some people are probably like, "Listen, stop talking about the Steelers right now." I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So
I don't know. I feel like people like it feels like there's just freedom in the expression of the angst and the misery.
I mean, it's bad when after every game, I'd get 20 people tweeting me like, "Duck, come back." It's like, dude, I've been out of football for 3 years, bro. Like,
they want me to come back. I'm in my 40s. Man.
they can get you back, and I'm just come for the locker room camaraderie.
That'd be fun.
I'm an all-time Steel locker room guy.
Yes, you are.
That's what I say.
You're a great teammate. You're a great teammate, and that's what you need. We talked about it. We've when we get there, because I'd like to go back. I'd like to get there. I want to kind of work our way to your time in Pittsburgh, because it is something that I've said on the show, whether we had Charlie on or we talked about the key to having to being I think one of the keys of being a successful NFL quarterback is the guys that are behind you, the backups, the guys that support you. And you were always one of those guys that are on my list of guys that were really good dudes to have around, that were, even though the time you came, I would have been probably 15 years in.
Yeah.
But it was still fun. I could still go to you and talk to you. And it's nice to have guys that could be in 1 or 2 years in and still you value their opinion and value what they have to say, because they took their craft serious, and it was good. But let's back it. I'd love to back it up. Give us a little bit of the backstory. Obviously from Alabama.
Yep.
Who's your team growing up?
Yeah.
I feel like people from Alabama don't like NFL.
So
it's all college, right?
We didn't. Yeah, it was college. I didn't really have a team. When I was growing up, Brett Favre was a lot of people's favorite player. I think people pick players, and just him being from Mississippi, and he was a big outdoorsman and whatnot. He was someone I guess I kind of looked up to, but I never really watched the games. It was watching Alabama football, college football. But yeah, I started playing football when I was 5 years old. I can remember exactly who I threw my first touchdown passes to at 5 years old. I remember exactly what field it said. I could drive you to the field, show you exactly what the receiver's doing. His name's Evan Orzine, a good friend of mine. He's a cop now.
I can't remember my last touchdown.
I remember that one. So yeah, I started playing football 5 years old, and grew up playing in a small town, Alabama. Started getting recruited and had no clue anything about that.
Wow.
That whole process, and I think I was the third guy from my high school to ever get recruited. So it was very
small
new.
school.
Yeah, very small school.
Okay.
Very new to a lot of my friends and people and whatnot.
Really?
And
did you play anything else besides football?
So-
or was football because 5 years old. That's
yeah. So I played ice hockey, football, baseball, basketball. When I got to
they have ice hockey down in
I didn't
Alabama.
see that.
believe it or not,
I know.
yeah, they do.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, hockey was the first sport I played.
Really?
Yeah, so I've always had a love for hockey.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I think if I never played football, I would have tried to play hockey my whole life.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah,
Ducks on the pond, baby.
Ducks on the
ducks on the
Branding is
pond.
everywhere, bro.
And let's see. So got to high school. I quit playing basketball in high school, mainly just because I wanted to hunt. So I played football. I played football and
He
baseball.
bases sports around hunting.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, it's taking too much of my hunting time up. So I played football and baseball. My senior year, I decided not to play baseball. And I think if I went back, I would play baseball my senior year. Yeah, I ran track instead because I was committed to go play football.
You ran track? You
4x100, second.
Really?
Hey, second place in state now.
Doc, I'm not. I know you got a little athlete in you, but speed didn't seem like one of your strong suits. No offense.
Hey, it's all good. Back in high school, a little faster, gained a little weight. So yeah, didn't play baseball my senior year. Ran track. In the whole recruiting process of football, had a lot of Division I, AA offers, a lot of Sun Belt. I was committed to Southern Miss for a while.
That's where Brett went, right? So
Yeah, that's where he went. The reason I flipped from there is just because I think they went 2 years and didn't win a game. And I was like, well, I'm good.
Yeah.
So ended up going to Sanford. Had a
Sanford's in. They're
FCS.
FCS.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. FCS.
Because that's where is Sam? Is it in?
It's in Birmingham.
It's
Alabama.
in Birmingham.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So is that far from where you?
No, it's like 30 minutes away from where I grew up.
You stay close to home too.
Yeah, and what's crazy is like growing up, like we went to Birmingham some, but when I went to college there, like I didn't realize Birmingham had so much like to offer. I mean, even just as little as like all the restaurants, shopping, different areas and whatnot. So I learned a lot, and I enjoyed my time at Sanford. Like I don't know if I'd have went there if I didn't play football, but like playing football, it was fun. Had a lot of awesome teammates. Broke Steve McNair's all-time passing record.
Yeah, I knew that. Is that still? Are you still?
Yeah,
still hold that? Obviously,
that may stay for a while with the transfer portal. I mean, you got.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to play like 4 years and throw it like 60 times a game. I mean, that's what we did. I mean, we ran the ball.
So you were spread and
yeah, we
all over the place.
were the air raid, no huddle. I mean,
that's awesome.
If I threw for 400 yards a game, 100 of it was off bubble screens and just quick stuff.
Get it out.
But yeah, it was fun, and then. I won the Walter Payton Award also, which was like the Heisman of the FCS.
Oh, okay.
Won that and was like, man, like this is great. And I started kind of talking to a few teams and whatnot. And actually, Pittsburgh, I kind of always knew that they kind of wanted to talk to me just because Dan Rooney Jr.'s son went to Sanford.
Okay.
So he was there the 4 years I was there. Ended up getting a tryout to go to Pittsburgh. And the week before, I went to a tryout for the Giants. And I went there knowing that they probably weren't going to sign me because they drafted Daniel Jones that year. I just want to get some experience of what like a rookie mini camp looks like before I went to Pittsburgh. And I'll never forget when I walked into Randy's office when I got to Pittsburgh. Like, he was like, oh, tell me about the Giants. Or tell me about Daniel Jones. Because, like, Daniel, was he drafted? He wasn't drafted first, but he was like top.
He might have been.
Yeah.
Was it first? Was he first pick?
He might have been.
And I just remember like looking at Randy like straight face, and like Daniel's a friend of mine. It wasn't knocking him, but Randy was like, "Man, tell me about Daniel Jones." I said, "No, I don't think he's $30 million better than I am." And I think right there, that's when Randy knew, like, man, we might have to keep this guy.
You got a little swag. That's a little swag to you.
So did the mini camp and whatnot, and I'd packed just for the weekend. And that Sunday, I forgot who it was, told me, like, "Hey, we're gonna keep you around for OTAs and camp
an
and all
extra
that."
arm type thing.
Yeah.
Did you have a pro? Did you do pro day?
Yeah, I did pro day.
Okay.
And we had enough talent there to, I think pretty much we had every NFL team there, but it wasn't. I mean, I went into that pro day not really knowing what would happen.
Because what was the knock? Undersized?
Yeah.
Because obviously you could throw it.
Yeah, undersized a little bit, and then I think just kind of playing at the time, like in that system against FCS, like the talent we played against.
Yeah, but was it Carson Wentz? He was at
North Dakota State.
That's FCS, right?
Yeah, FCS.
So I mean, and he would have come out before you. I mean, he would have been. So it's proven that you can be done.
Yeah, what is Carson 6'6"? Like,
I mean, I get it, but I hear you. But so you had low. I mean, but still, what you needed was someone to take a chance on a guy that. One, believed in himself, which you don't lack confidence, which is good. Has the ability to throw it. I think you talked about it quickly. Is like what I think one of the things that was always what I saw from you too was I don't want to say playing with house money, but you were just like, man, I'm not even like whatever.
Yeah,
like, I'm just going out to play. Like, I'm gonna go sling it. If that so many quarterbacks you see. Even guys that are in the league, whatever, they need to be like super certain of a throw. Like I need to see that guy open, and I'm not throwing it until he's open. That's what I think guys, and I knew guys on the team loved having you when they want another quarterback. If I was out, they want someone in, they wanted you because it's like, man, Duck's going to throw that ball. Yeah, he's going to slang it, and he's going to sling it every time, whether guy's open or not. Duck's slanging it. Yeah, and I think that's what guys respect, and I think that's what I always notice is like, man, Duck plays fearless. Yeah, and I think. Whether that's because you were like, man, I'm not supposed to be here, or that's just how you always were. Yeah, that's probably a little bit of both.
It was a little bit of both, but that is always kind of just how I was. I mean, man, go out there and lay it all out.
No risk and no biscuit, man.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So, and I feel like I brag on myself a little bit. I feel like I'm a very easy, likable person, and I know how to play the game. So like I knew how to, get in the locker room and become boys with the receivers and not ever throw to them. So if there ever was a situation like what happened, like, there wouldn't be so much loss. Like,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, that's very true. I mean, the first time I met him, I'm like, oh, this guy's friends with everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's super easy to get. Can you, 18 years in the league, we've talked about this, briefly. Can you quantify how important that aspect is to that job?
About being get along with guys?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think, and one of the things that we've talked about is, the keys to being a good backup, right? And one of my most important keys I've always said is get the starter ready to play and don't try and take his job.
Yeah.
You've got to be, and when I say don't try and take his job, it's like you're not trying to undermine the guy, right? You're not trying to be like going to other receivers like, hey, I can do this better than this guy.
Oh,
or
yeah.
I can do and their guys will do that. People will be like, what? No, yes, guys would do that. Trust me. But what you're supposed to do is a really like a backup. Charlie Batch was my backup for a long time.
Yeah.
And obviously everyone knows how I feel about Charlie. Charlie literally would go to guys and we talked about here, like, hey, or come to me like, hey, how do you want me to audible this? How do you want me to change? Duck do the same thing. Same philosophy, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as like he would get himself ready to play, but always making sure that the guys were ready to go. Like, Ben, you need something? Are you good? Because if you're good, I'm gonna go work on my thing now. Okay, cool. I need you for something. You need me, Ben? Okay, I'm here. And so being able to communicate with guys and being able to talk to them about, it's not like if a receiver were to come up maybe and complain or say like, what was Ben thinking on that play? He's not gonna be like, I don't know. Like I know I would have done.
What an idiot!
Let me throw it to you.
I would throw you that ball. It would be like, man, this is what he saw. This is what he's thinking. This is what happened. To basically break it down in a way so that everybody got happy. It's a team, dude.
That seems invaluable.
And that's what you need.
That seems like one of those.
And like, I remember people would ask me all the time, like, were you and Ben boys? I was like, yeah, like, man, like me and Ben talked about hunting most of the time more than anything. And they're like, you still talk to him? Like, yeah, like we talk every now and then and keep up. I said, man, like it's easy to like Ben. Like I won't forget the first time I met you before you walked in, because it was like me, Mason, Dobbs, and Randy in the QB meeting room. And Randy came up to me. He's like, now, when Ben gets in here, just, stand up, shake his hand, introduce yourself. And, he was like, if he don't talk to you, like, don't take it personal. And then you,
thanks, Randy.
He said something like that.
Don't make eye contact.
You walked in and like, you're like, hey man, nice to meet you and whatnot. And I was like, I'm not worried about Ben not liking me. That's the last thing I'm worried about. But it was just funny because I feel like the other ones were a little bit like, does Ben like me? I'm like, man, I don't know.
Well, you're the kind of
they were
dude.
sitting in my seat with his feet up on my desk. But
well, you're the dude. If someone was like, man, I don't know, I don't really like duck. I'm like, I can't trust you. Like, because there's no way. I
appreciate it.
No, man. From the first time we met in Pittsburgh, I was like,
that's right.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, I've never met anybody that doesn't on our team. It was all offense, defense, no matter position. It was always, but that's what again, the job of a good team and a backup is you got to get along with everybody because you are the sound. I mean, I only he knows how many times people would come. I know I've talked to Charlie, I've talked to Greg Kowski, I've talked to some of those guys, Byron, Vic, guys that would the guys come complain about the quarterback sometimes. Yeah. And it's like, let me go talk to the guy that's the closest to him. And that would always be the backup guys and the guys that are with you all the time. And that's why I think one of the reasons that we got along so well was when I got your first year was the year I got hurt with my elbow. And obviously Mason went in first. Was it just us three? Was Dobbs not there?
No, Dawes was gone. It was gone already. It was us three. Then when you got hurt, they brought in Paxton Lynch.
That's right.
Paxton
came in. Okay. So, when I got hurt, it was Mason was the backup, so it's his job. And I remember saying to Mason, "Hey, listen, I know I'm hurt. I don't want to ever step on your guys' toes. Everyone does a little different. You don't need to do it like I do it. But if you need something, I got you. I'll help you as much as you want or as little as you want." And that first game, he was very asking for help and what do you see in the game and this, that, and the other. And they won. The Steelers won. And it just kind of from there, he never really asked for anything else. And I was fine. Listen, you got it. Take it. I don't need to, I'm fine. Like no pride here. You don't need anything else from any advice or any help. So I'm cool. And then whatever, couple games later, whatever it was, I guess it would have been Baltimore. Did he get knocked out?
Well,
Is that
yeah,
how you went in?
Yeah, so he got knocked out against Baltimore.
And they took his face mask off, but left his helmet on.
Yeah, it looked like Top Gun.
I still don't understand the whole why they took his face mask and let him walk off the field.
It was crazy, yeah.
With a helmet on with no face mask.
They did him dirty, bro.
Mean for a
Evan.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Why are you over here laughing, Evan? Getting the bolts ready.
That's great. But yeah, he got knocked out that game, came in, played, and then I played the next week. That's my first start against the Chargers.
Yeah.
And then,
I remember watching that game at your house.
yeah,
I couldn't go to that one.
yeah, we won that game, had an off week, then he came back for a little bit.
Okay.
And then,
But my point, what I want to say is that same thing happened when it was your job, is I kind of said the same thing to Doug. Like, hey, listen, whatever you need, I don't know if you or me remember saying this, but like I'm here, much, little as you want. Use me, whatever you need. And he was like, all right, I will. And literally it was, if a question, what'd you see? What they won the game, and it kept being, and he kept asking, we kept kind of helping out. And I just I respected that. I respect that. Okay, he won the game. He didn't stop. He was still looking to improve, to get better. And I think that one helped our friendship.
Oh yeah.
As much as anything. But I respected how he went about his craft.
Sure.
And not that I disrespect the way that Mason. I'm not trying to throw shade at Mason. I'm trying to lift up Doug for how he, I feel, approached the game and approached his opportunity. And it just helped us a lot. I think it helped to this day.
I won't forget when we were in Cincinnati playing the Bengals, and it was like right after halftime when I went back in kind of after all that. I remember you coming up to me and said, hey, you ready? I said, yeah. And like, you didn't tell me I was going in, but like, I just knew like, okay, I'm about to go in. I think the third play, I threw that long touchdown to James Washington.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my
70-something, what was it, 76?
73, something like that. It was one of my favorite memories from Pittsburgh, just that whole sequence. Actually, I think I got a picture. I need to get you to sign one day. It's like me coming off the field and like we're high-fiving. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I do kind of remember that because I'm sure what happened is Coach T probably grabbed me like, hey, I'm thinking about making a change. What do you think? Like, or is he ready? Whatever it was. I'm sure there was comments. So I knew that it was like, about to be go time.
Yeah. It was funny. I remember telling before that game, because I think the Cincinnati was playing a rookie quarterback that game because someone was hurt. I forgot who. Jake White, is that? I don't know. They were playing someone. They were playing some rookie quarterback. But I remember telling Joe Hayden before the game, like, "Oh, I'm the best rookie quarterback on the field today." And like I wasn't even playing. And I just told him that. He's like, "Yeah, Doug, you right." And then like later after the game, Joe came up to me. He's like, "Doug, you called that." I was like, man, I didn't mean to, but yeah.
See, not a lack of confidence.
No,
That's why you got to have that if you want to be an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, that chip on your shoulder, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Give you something to go prove right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but that's and it was fun, man. I wish it would have, lasted a lot longer than it did there, which is, I think you had everything that it takes to be like a long-term guy, like a 10 to 12-year guy.
Yeah.
You get with the right coach that can last forever and do those kind of things. I think you just got to. It's funny how the game of football can give and take away.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? It gave you an opportunity, like whether that was Randy loving the way you answered a question, or Coach T, or whoever it was like, man, we got to give this guy a shot.
Yeah.
And you got your chances. You made the most of it. And then again, you should have been a guy that played 10 or 12 years in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe starting a game or two here every season, but lasted forever because you're a dude that was a locker room guy that they could respect, that could play the game. Like, when you want a guy that is can represent multiple quarterbacks, right, for a show team or whatever. You could run enough, you could throw enough, you could do different things. And it just, for whatever reason, it never lasted there either. So
it didn't happen. That's all.
God had a unique plan for you, obviously, and things are working out pretty well for you. But
I was actually talking to Lainey the other day, and she's like, what are you going to say? I was like, I don't know. But I said, I can like make a joke about how I've been to more Super Bowls dating you than I have playing in the NFL. Because we've been to the last 3 together. So
she's forget the Steelers and the NFL team.
I'm going to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. There's other ways in.
Yeah. Wow. And it's really cool, man. I know it was short because then I didn't want to, because I know, it's not Pittsburgh was it. You went to the Rams for a season.
Yeah, went there for a little bit and then went to the CFL.
Yeah, what was the CFL a lot different?
Man,
it's a different game.
Did
you sign a 3-year deal up there, or you were?
I signed a 3-year deal, but I only went a season. And then I kind of was just like, man, this is just way different. I mean, and I could tell like CFL is great. I think it's a cool opportunity for people. I think if I'd have went to the CFL first, I would have probably enjoyed it a little bit more. But truth is, growing up in Alabama, playing, watching SEC football, going to Pittsburgh and whatnot, it was just a very big drop off. Things a lot different, field players running in circles behind the huddle and all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's cool. And it's a great,
fast-paced game.
Fast, throw it a lot, but man, just living in Ontario, being from Alabama, just being that far away from friends and family and whatnot, and me and Lainey had just started dating at the time. It was just man, I don't know if this is for me. So
was it hard to give up because obviously since you're 5 years old, was it tough to be you know what?
Man, it was. And I think what was more tough was really trying to figure out what am I going to do after this? Because I'd always had my eggs in one basket with football. And I knew I liked hunting a lot. I knew I liked the outdoors, and I was like, man, what can I do to make a living and be able to hunt a bunch? And I got into real estate, working on a bunch of other things. But there was a 2-year period after I for sure decided to quit playing that was kind of tough as far as man, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life.
Yeah.
But hey, we're here now. It's all good. God's got a plan, but
no, for sure, dude. And I've always felt like that was a difficult thing to navigate in your guys' profession because it takes so much to prepare you guys to do that, to get to that level, to do that. I've always been curious, and I've talked to Ben about this too, about your, how that reshapes your identity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're sitting there yo, I've been the football guy my whole life. And then you get out of it. What is that? Are you still dealing with that? Or was that a season for you? You're okay, this is who I am without football.
Yeah, no, I definitely got out of it. And people ask me, do you still miss playing? I'm I don't think I really miss playing. I miss the camaraderie. I miss the locker room and all that stuff. And that's why this past year, I got into kind of helping out at a local high school coaching, just to be back, be back around the game and locker room and whatnot, and give back a little bit. And we didn't lose a game, won state, so that was cool. It was my first state championship to be a part of. So yeah, there's ways to still be around it, but without playing.
Yeah, that's how I was. People ask me, do you miss it? I'm man, I don't miss anything except the guys.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't miss getting beat up and all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's every once in a while, I think I would tell people when I would watch and I'd see someone having the ball 2 minutes, the end of the game, having a chance to win it
yeah.
But it's hard when you wrap your identity up in it. That's why I think when guys can't figure out what to do when they're done because their identity is all into football and they have nothing else.
Yeah.
And I think you've done a good job with that. I know you talked about real estate, the hunting thing, which as we're going to start talking about, I'd love to start talking about the hunting thing.
Yeah.
It's time to do our other beer.
Let's
and there's
do
a reason that I grabbed this beer.
Going on a little journey.
We are on a journey.
Yeah.
This is a journey.
What we got
This
here?
is called Green Man.
Oh, God.
It's got camo, right?
Okay,
when I saw it, I'm you know what? When you go hunting, why are you reading so much? You're trying to read everything, bud.
Fancy book learning.
I'm judging off the cover.
Yeah, well,
Or the can.
so I thought of this because I thought of camo hunting. You probably paint your face up a little bit when you go hunting, or you just wear gaiters and stuff, just pull things over your face. Well, this reminded me of camo.
Okay,
Yeah, it does. It looks like that.
Yeah.
So this is a this is a little bit of a jump. Okay, I'm not gonna like this either. So we're in it together.
Okay.
And the box is over there. Oh, it's crafted with pure Asheville imagination.
So what percent is this?
This is only 6%. It's
Okay.
It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But it's a rich dark ale.
Okay.
So this is not going to be. We're not going to like this.
All right, well, let's try it though.
I will say that brewery is awesome in Nashville. I've been to that brewery.
What?
Well, it's a Nashville. brew.
Asheville.
Asheville,
Yeah,
North
Asheville,
Carolina.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you're not gonna like this one, but their other stuff's awesome.
Hey, we may like it. Oh no, looks like,
It was immediate.
that looks like coffee.
What's immediate?
Yeah, this is, and we do have a saying: when you ball, you drink it all. So you have to finish that.
Okay, that's fine.
Which I know is not a big deal for you. Spence, I'm gonna pass that to you because I'm not gonna have any more of that probably.
Yeah, I believe that.
Just gotta listen to it again.
Yeah.
smell it.
How does that?
I like Duck's technique.
Listen to it.
Really see what it's all about.
Yeah, like what's it telling
Oh, it
you?
doesn't smell. It doesn't smell.
It actually don't
disastrous.
smell that bad.
But that doesn't mean anything. Just letting you know. because I have had
Yeah.
some of these that smell bad.
We play a
Taste
dangerous.
good.
We play a dangerous.
I'm
game
trying.
right now.
I'm trying to decide. Like, do I want to like?
Just shoot it or take a little. I never go the whole thing, even when I hate it, just because that's
Yo,
a
is this-
lot.
I bet
It
it,
doesn't smell
This is
bad.
gonna be weird. This kind of smell like olives to you?
Olives?
No.
You want a real small sample this
Yeah.
size, didn't you?
No.
I mean, it. There could be worse beer, but
I agree.
there
It's not. It's definitely.
there could be a lot better beer too.
If I was, I could drink that whole thing.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
I don't hate that.
That's great.
Yeah,
don't hate it
it's,
at all.
it's actually not as bad as what I thought.
I agree with you. See,
yeah,
that's why we. That's why we got. You got to try them. You can't.
I was bracing for impact.
We can't judge a book by its cover.
Hey guys, that one's on us. All right, that one's on us.
Aftertaste a little. Yeah,
It's a little
but
something.
that's all right.
Opened my mind
Because
there.
if we
Green Man.
Green Man,
Man.
hunting. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the second now the finisher is a little.
Yeah, it's super porter finish.
Yeah.
You know
Maybe
what
I
mean?
wouldn't drink the whole thing.
I mean, after
Right.
about 12 Busch Lights or Coors
you're
Lights,
fine.
I'd drink one.
He's finishing the night off with one of those.
Like you throw one in there about after 8 or 10, it'll be all right.
After 8 or 10.
There might be something wrong with me. That still smells like olives to me.
Olives. I don't.
You don't smell that?
You know I can't. I don't smell the things you do.
Yeah.
Snifter's been broke a few times. So the Green Man hunting.
Yeah.
Have you been hunting since you were as long as you can remember, or not? Was it hunting? Not
Oh
always?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Duck hunt. Always duck hunt. Like bird
No,
hunting?
no, actually not. So I grew up deer hunting, and we got introduced to duck hunting when I was, I don't know, 8 or 9. Like
Okay.
our family tradition every Thanksgiving was to go to Thanksgiving meal, Thanksgiving lunch, whatnot, and then go to deer camp for the weekend. Well, about 8 or 9, a buddy of my dad's like, man, y'all ought to try duck hunting. So we just did it. My granddad bought boat. He bought everything. And duck hunting, I would say is the most expensive hunting when it comes to like
Really?
all the equipment. Yeah, because you got to buy boats, decoys, guns, weight. I mean, there's
But you don't have to hunt on it. Like, because I see a lot of, like, I've watched, like, I obviously don't do social media,
Yeah.
but I watch some of the videos. Like, most of your duck hunting is done, like, on, like, in, like, swamp kind of things, or not necessarily?
yeah. Well, I mean,
Not swamp, but, you know, like, it seems like you're,
there is a lot of dry field hunting, like up in like North Dakota, Canada.
but down where you are.
Yeah.
Where you hunt mostly in, like, Louisiana, Arkansas, like,
Yeah, I'm in Arkansas for the most part, and you either got to have a boat or
Okay.
a side by side. So, anyways, we went duck hunting one time, and I remember like we shot one duck and thought it was the coolest thing ever.
really?
Yeah, I mean we shot one mallard. I think it was a
Is it
hen.
because you only saw one, or y'all couldn't hit
No,
it?
no, we saw quite a few. I didn't even have a gun at this age. I
Okay.
mean, I was like I said 8. I deer hunted, but my dad was just like, hey, you know, whatever. And that next summer, we went to like this big banquet, and Ducks Unlimited banquet. They had a youth duck calling contest, and that's where the whole duck calling started. So like I got a duck call out of a goodie bag, and beat like 14 other kids, and like won the contest and got $100. And I thought like at 9 years old I was like a millionaire. So I started doing duck calling contests, and you know won the state, won that junior world championship, and all that stuff. And then
Are you self-taught duck caller? Like, how did you learn?
I would say at the very beginning, like I learned the basics, but I definitely had some help. Like one of the big duck call companies is called R&T Duck Calls out of Stuttgart. There's a guy that founded it. His name was Butch Richenbach. He became like a second granddad to me. Like he's the one that taught me everything when it comes to like competition calling and whatnot. But I would say like the basics was yeah, it was me. It was me.
Wow. I would bet that's really cool. I think too, at some point, we should hear, do you have any duck calls on you?
I brought some.
You brought some duck calls.
Yeah, look, man.
Hold on.
Got-
Hold on. I don't want to do that yet. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you good.
I mean, trust me. I want to hear it.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
What do you got? 2 different types? What is it?
Yeah, I just brought one that had the Steelers logo just for fun.
That's awesome.
And then just the one I typically use hunting, and
Okay.
whatnot.
So that's your go-to there, huh?
Yeah, and there's so many different like types of duck calls.
Do
Like
you make your own yet?
no,
Brother, we got to do that. We got a merchandising opportunity.
man, I thought about it. Like
What are we
I've
doing?
been asked many times, but like man, I got so many
Call it
friends.
the play caller, dude.
I got so many
What are you
friends that
talking
make
about?
calls and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like
You don't need to. You don't need to. Yeah, you got it. You know a guy.
yeah.
So I want to make sure we do this before Evan brings the food over,
okay,
because as you said, you're a world champion duck caller.
that's right.
Maybe not into the mic, but just give us.
Yeah.
Just give
Well,
us.
I'm gonna push the mic away because it'll be kind of loud.
Yeah. Give us a little something. Okay.
Okay, well,
just a little something. Tell us.
You break it down for us.
Break it down for us.
So, we'll do like basically if you're just trying to get the duck's attention, you're just trying to
And any duck or these mallards or what?
It's
different
mallards
colors?
for the most part.
Mallards, okay.
For the most part, you just kind of hit him with a.
Where's that duck at?
Yeah.
Where's that duck at?
So that's the call that like I typically hit him with.
Yeah, that's the attention grabber.
Yeah, then you got like another call that kind of like shows a little bit more excitement.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
good.
That's
Then,
a good one.
Just
The
your
fall
single,
off was good.
Yeah, your single quacks.
That's a solid
Sounds-
single.
And then
sounds good.
everyone's-
That's a
Not
solid
bad.
single
Everyone's
quack.
personal favorite, the feeding call.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yep. It's the old feeding. Evan,
The old feed.
that's the duck feeding
Yeah,
call.
that's-
the food on its way? Yep.
So there we go.
That's impressive, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
It's interesting because
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, don't hurt him, Seb.
I've got my Uncle Si Duck Commander duck call here.
Don't hurt him, Seb.
Well, I mean, I don't listen. Part of me really wants to do this,
Do it.
but I don't want.
Don't embarrass.
I don't
me.
want to make Duck feel bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't.
He's a world champion.
Yes.
I've never entered a competition.
You're sitting in the presence of greatness, so
I am, and I feel it rubbing off on me a little bit.
give it to him, Seb.
Boy, I don't know. I don't want to. I feel like I'm a little nervous. I don't want ducks to start flying into the windows.
Be honest with me.
Did y'all like buy a pet duck that's about to walk out?
We did talk about that. We got
Sidebar. Have you ever done this before? For real? Is this your first time you ever done that?
no. I have been. Here's what I'll say. This. I have been duck hunting a bunch. That's what we grew up doing, duck and goose hunting.
Okay.
But my dad always did the calling.
Yeah.
I can do a goose call more than a duck
See,
call.
I can't really do a goose call.
Yeah, we did more. See, we never did duck like hunting like you
Yeah.
did. We sat in cornfields and hunted geese, and ducks would come in a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that's how we did it.
Okay.
And it wasn't a lot, but I'm not going to say that I'm a proficient bird hunter.
Well, we don't-
So duck, I could never do a duck call ever.
We'll see.
Like my dad, like that whole
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Let's see what
Bring
you
us a
got.
little something. Come on now.
Hold on, I was going to play it on my phone.
I knew you had something up your sleeve.
No, I actually just got this out of the package. I found it in my.
You bought that Academy on the way over here.
I was going to find a place, but I found one. It says Uncle Si on it.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't even. Nope, I got it.
What do you think? How do you rate that?
Listen, I've had a
There's
cold.
potential. There's potential.
I've had a cold for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My throat hurts.
Yeah. That's not
I'll
a good day to blow a duck
I'll
call.
hit it at the
Yeah.
end. I'm gonna put my. I put it this way down. Yeah,
Equally
put
as
your mouth.
impressive. Still better than
Evan,
anything.
did mine sound good?
It's the acoustics in the room.
That's what it is.
acoustics.
The acoustics. Thank you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have Bart fix that for the next time.
The acoustics in this professional recording studio are off.
Are terrible.
That's great.
So are you doing that now? Like, are you trying to do more? I know you're doing real estate, but is
Yeah.
the hunting thing more just a hobby type stuff, or are you trying to do stuff with? Because you have a lot of friends that are in the hunting industry, right?
Yeah.
You can friends them.
It is a hobby, but like there's opportunities there to, do some work with some companies. So I try to balance it and like really not make it, I don't want it to become like a full-time work. Like I still want it to be like my getaway, my hobby, but there's some outdoor companies that I am working with. I'm starting a YouTube channel to like post like hunt videos and whatnot, just to kind of show what it's like, in a day hunting with me. It's called Documentaries.
Documentaries.
So instead of documentaries.
Makes sense.
So
Who's
yeah,
in the show? Like, who's going to be with it? Do you have people like buddies you do with, family? What's it, or just you?
yeah. I mean,
Any thoughts yet?
just whatever. I mean, I posted 2 hunts right now, and it's just been me and my friends. So, it's very like raw footage. Like we're filming everything, like almost like a vlog style.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm excited. We're going to do some turkey hunting videos this year. We're going to do a bunch of duck hunting videos next year, and just kind of grow that. See what
What's it
happens.
take to get the football and family down there to do a?
I've been trying to get you to come hunt for a
I
while.
know, and I want to.
I can
We'll do
call,
it.
I can
We'll
do the
make
call
it.
for you. Mine sounds a little different.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll take
wanna do
we'll
that?
take you turkey hunting.
yeah, I
We'll
don't
get
know.
him the gobble.
Hey, I don't know what that's going to call though, but just be ready.
We'll go out. Evan can stay back and do the cooking, cook the ducks up.
Yeah, we need to plan that next year.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I know we've talked about it for a little bit, trying to get down there. I would love to come down and do that.
Now would be a much better time than when we talked about it because we've got better access to better stuff. So
Are you have property down there? You hunt all like lease out land?
I just got some really good friends that got some.
Nice stuff.
one of my buddies buying like a $40 million duck club right now in Arkansas. Super nice. So
There's duck clubs. This is a whole new world. For
oh man, yeah, it's crazy. Like when y'all come down, you'll see. Like duck hunting's a rich man's game. I mean,
I believe it.
It's the golf of hunting, huh?
Yes. Yeah. I would say.
Do you have one shotgun, one go-to, or is it like, what am I in the mood to use today? I know you have more than one shotgun, but
Yeah.
you got, like, if you're going out, it's like, I'm taking old trusty
Yeah,
over here,
my go-to is either the new Browning A5 20 gauge or a Winchester SX4 20 gauge. I only shoot 20 gauges. I love 20 gauges.
Yeah.
But, like duck calls, like I don't have a lot of duck calls, honestly. Like if I'm not using them, I'd rather just get rid of them. I have a few like this one. I'll never use that.
Yeah.
But it's just a cool little piece for,
That's awesome.
put on the desk and whatnot.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. We'll get y'all down next year.
I would love to come down and do it.
Do some flooded timber, greenheads.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of eating the duck afterwards. Real
Yeah.
good at that. I'm real good at that.
Do that.
You cook it the right way. It's really good.
Oh, this guy?
Gotta be cooked the right way.
Gotta be cooked the right way.
It's
He made a
tummy.
Nashville hot duck
Really?
for the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not today. He's got some other thing on, but
I don't know what we're doing today.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't cook one of my own today.
yeah.
I don't want to.
Do you take dogs with you?
Yeah.
You have to in the water, right? Because of the like waders and the boat and all
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you don't have to, but yeah, I feel like every time we gone, there was a lab or two there.
Okay.
And that's one of the coolest parts of watching the dog.
Dog work. Yeah.
it's
You have a hunting dog?
I got a black lab.
Nice.
4 years old. Her name's Willow.
Willow.
Yep.
Nice. That's my dad used to have that the buoy, the like buoys he throw out, to let the he used to put take the wing of a duck and put it on there,
Yep.
or of a goose, to get them used to the feathers in their mouth, because
Yep.
they don't. The
It's-
first time they go to grab it, they just
It's why every time I learn something that your dad does, I'm like, of course. Like your dad is literally like
I know.
Ron Swanson. Like he can. There's nothing he can't do. He makes ice cream. It's the best ice cream you ever had.
Man,
Yeah, that's
like-
my dad.
Ben, hold on. I just thought about this because you're from Ohio. Are you familiar with like pigeon racing?
I'm sorry, pigeon racing.
Yes. Dude, so-
What? Is that an Ohio thing?
well, I was in Ohio when I learned about it. Oh, we got food. But like, it's a big thing. Like, y'all need to like really
Pigeon racing?
Y'all need to look into it. Like, these people
I'm intrigued.
these people will like buy racing pigeons and like
Flying,
What?
running.
flying. Will train them to basically like
Thank you, brother.
they grow up in the little coop or whatnot. They can take them 500 miles away and then they let them out and they fly right back and they time them. It's like a big
It's
thing.
like it's like the old pigeon, with the old pigeon things, like
The old pigeon racing.
No, the pigeon.
Hey,
hello, sir.
what's going
Come on
on?
in.
We're just filming a live podcast. No, it's not live.
Do you work
It's a
here?
podcast. How are you, brother?
I thought you guys were done.
We're done later today.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Man.
We had a little kid run through here a second ago.
Yeah.
Of course, do what you
Yeah.
gotta do.
As long as you don't punch a duck, you'll be all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
punch duck.
He got me good.
This is actually good timing. This is probably the perfect timing, because we can grab this. We'll get the thing.
This
Yeah.
is par for the course.
Pigeon racing. Check it out.
Good to see you.
It's wild.
What are they like? What's the
Sorry, I saw a car. I'm like, I don't know. That's not Bart's Cybertruck. Who's
Yeah. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Good.
What? So it comes down, get something, comes back.
No,
What's
like,
the rate?
it's
Gets
Go
to
back
something.
home.
It's just go back home and like they it's wild stuff. I'm telling you, it's like I don't know everything about it, but like y'all to look into it because it is crazy.
No, I was thinking of carrier pigeons, right? That they used to send notes.
Oh,
with.
yes,
That's
yes.
what I was thinking.
That's
of.
where it
Like,
start- that's where it started
But
from.
those are extinct, I think.
What?
That specific bird, I'm almost
Yeah.
positive a carrier pigeon is
I am
extinct.
like
going to do such a deep dive on this.
go on TikTok, you're going to rabbit hole.
I
I'm
got
telling
time
you,
for that.
or
Duck.
YouTube.
Dude, don't spell. I don't have time for this. man.
But the only reason I brought it up because like I got a bunch of buddies that will go pigeon hunting out in like cornfields up in the Midwest and whatnot, and they'll shoot these pigeons with trackers on them, and they're racing pigeons. Oh, and they could be like a $3,000 pigeon that they shot.
Oh boy,
Jeez.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
mean-
Mike Tyson's pigeon.
Oh yeah. Don't shoot that one. Or
No,
those
I think
ones.
Mike Tyson has a pigeon
I
racing.
believe that.
I'm
he's,
sure.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pigeons.
Man, this food looks good.
Yeah, we're gonna Evan talk to us. What we got?
Wow.
All right, in the back, there's some like roasted wings, I guess, with an Alabama barbecue sauce on it.
Down barbecue.
Good stuff.
In the middle, some shrimp and grits with a little hot honey on top there. Mm-hmm. And then I made some cornbread chicken tenders with a little bit of ranchacue.
Rancho Q.
Wow.
What's rancho?
Look at that.
A combination of ranch and barbecue.
Okay.
Did you just make that up? I've never heard of that.
I think it's a thing, but I'm using it.
I like it.
I'm going to
Thank
give
you.
you the credit.
Yeah,
Attribute
I
to
appreciate
Chef
that.
Evans, Ranch Q.
Thank
Rancho
you.
Q.
Rancho
You want any
Q.
food?
See you in Pittsburgh?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll be there.
Okay.
Have a good day.
I love that. I look at this picture there too. It's so great.
Well,
I'm
I keep looking at that picture, think that's Pat McAfee on the
Me
wall.
too.
there.
I saw it too.
I know, they all do silly pictures.
That's hilarious.
Evan,
Yes.
thank you for this.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Enjoy.
I know you've been over there listening to the Steeler talk.
Yeah, it's been good. I enjoy it.
Okay, nothing. Any question when Duck was playing? Were you a fan of Ducks?
I mean, I guess, just the question you ask anybody. I mean, like, what's it feel like? The feeling of being out there and being the leader of that offense and having that crowd that, embraced you and everything else. That's got to be like a pretty sweet feeling.
Yeah, I can say like it wasn't until after I left Pittsburgh that I like, you hear of everyone being like Pittsburgh or Cowboys fans. Like those are the two teams. And like, it's crazy. Like after I got done playing, like, especially like just everywhere I've traveled with Lainey, the amount of fans that I run into, like, Duck, go Steelers. I'm like, man, gosh, they're everywhere. You used to always hear like, oh, Pittsburgh fans travel well. It's like, no, they don't. They're already there. They live everywhere. But I mean, I couldn't think of a more perfect team for myself and my story to I played for other than Pittsburgh. So it was great.
It's pretty electric. I just got goosebumps. I did.
I believe you. I like that
blood.
saying. Steeler fans travel. They know they're there.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere I go,
That's true.
Crazy.
That's true.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Well, enjoy.
Thank you, Evan.
Thank you, Evan.
You're welcome. Hey, should we do the 7 list now or
Yeah, let's do it right now.
before we dive
Yeah,
in?
because after you eat these shrimp and grits, man, you're gonna be a whole new man. So
Okay.
you might want to get it.
All right, so we're gonna do this quick before we eat.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know how quick. It should be quick because I don't know there's be much
So this
discussion.
top 7 something.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I wrote it down. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, again, we always do something fun with Nate. We did his top 7 candies.
Okay.
Bart, we did top 7 pro athletes from Dallas. So we just try and incorporate
Yeah.
some unique stuff. And so what we're going to do with you is, and we usually go from 7 to 1.
Okay.
If you want to do them like that, you can. If you just want to kind of just say, these are my top 7 in no particular order. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to go, I'll do my number 7. You can do your number 7, or I can do all 7 of mine if you want to think about it. Because I know I haven't given you time to think.
No, let's do it on the fly.
On the fly?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So what we're going to do
Oh gosh, I hope I don't regret this.
is we're going to do our top 7 Lainey Wilson songs.
Oh, okay. That's you go first then.
Yes, I'm
Start
going
up.
first. My number 7, 4x4 by You.
Number 7. You serious?
Where should that be?
I mean, that should be number 1, Ben. I mean, come on.
Is it written
It's
for
about
you?
me.
Oh,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I was hoping it was, but I don't know.
Okay. 4x4 by You. Your number
That's
7.
my number 7. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with Heart Like a Truck.
Okay. That's awful. That's an awful call. That's an awful decision by you. Number 6.
Real quick, we got to pause just for a second
Yeah.
because this is hard for me because I mean, there's a lot of unreleased stuff that would be in my top.
Well, I understand.
Okay,
But
all right,
if I haven't heard of it,
Okay,
you
all
can't
right,
call
all
it,
right,
right?
all right.
Come on now. He's trying to big time us now. I mean, listen, I've
Like,
got
no,
some
you should
good
hear this
stuff.
one you wrote yesterday. It's called Duck.
Number 6 is it's just catchy for me. Hang Tight Honey.
Ooh. Okay.
Catchy to me.
That would probably be my number 6 too, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Number 5, Things a Man Ought to Know. I'm glad you know 7 songs. We were nervous that you wouldn't know. We're gonna catch you off
Not a
guard.
big music guy. Yeah.
I feel like that one's gonna have to be up there because that's the first time I heard
I
it.
feel like he's gonna keep being like, yeah, that's mine too.
Yeah.
That's mine
No,
too.
no,
'Cause
no,
he doesn't know.
no,
that.
He
that-
reorganized some of it already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna go number 5. I'm gonna go Straight Up Sideways. Off first album. You probably haven't heard it yet. But it's out there. It's out there.
Deep cuts. He got me with the deep cuts.
Yeah, yeah, deep cuts.
Yeah. See, that's where he's got us.
Yeah. Well,
No. He should know.
He
Yeah,
should.
that's-
Yeah,
I mean,
he
I
should.
get that. Number 4 for me is Wildflowers, Wild Horses. I'm a horse rider, you know.
No, that's up there, but it's not number 4. I'm gonna go with
You're wrong.
Can It Be a Collab?
Oh yeah,
All right, her and Hardy waiting the truck.
that was my number 3. Go
Okay.
on. And what number 3 for that?
My number 3 is gonna be Things a Man Don't Know.
Okay. Why'd you say that one is so good? Because you said the first one you heard.
That's the first time I knew who Lainey was. Like I heard that song on the radio and I said, man, I need to.
Let me look her up.
Yeah, let me see what she looks like.
Good for you.
Let me
Let me
marry
see what
this
she
lady.
looks like.
Yeah,
I like that song. Let me marry her.
What's it like I like her? Let me see what she looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 2, Watermelon Moonshine.
so mine would be, oh man,
How about that one, huh?
yeah. That I would put that where I put Straight Up Sideways. I'd put that
Okay.
But my number 2 would be Wildflowers, Water Horses.
Okay. And then my number 1's Heart Like a Truck.
I mean,
It's pretty good.
I'm biased with my number 1.
What's your number 1?
4x4 by You.
Oh, of course, that's right.
But
you said that.
I'm
So
biased.
I did put my honorable mention on here, but it's not her song. But she did it at the concert when I saw y'all when she was out with Luke, when she did "Outrunning Your Memory." So it's called "Outrunning Your Memory."
Yeah.
When her and Luke did, I know that's actually Miranda and is it Miranda Lambert and Luke's song?
Yes.
And I don't know Miranda at all, and she's a great singer, performer, whatever. I thought Lainey and Luke did it better. And that may be really bad to say. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But
art is subjective.
This is your show.
My show, my opinion. When they did that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, so I put that as an honorable mention. You know, it's not even her song. But I was like, man, that was something cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, good job. I was proud of you. We
Appreciate
wanted to spring on you.
I wasn't expecting that to be the top 7, I'll be honest. I thought you were going to say like states to duck hunt in or something like that.
No,
So
we had to have something fun.
that's great.
We'll dig into this food.
let's do it.
Because
And it intros the family dinner.
it intros the family dinner. That's
Okay.
perfect. Yeah, that's kind of what we do with the family dinner. Is like our time to. You say start with shrimp and grits.
I mean, listen, that will change your life.
Okay, I'll start here then. You know, our family dinner time is like this is when we start. You know, we kind of get into family and do some stuff. And obviously, as you're diving into this, Evan looks amazing. You've had some new life things have happened.
I have, yeah.
Is this your first interview since?
It's my first podcast interview since
It's happened?
I did that for y'all.
Whoa.
I did that for y'all. I did
In
that for
case
y'all.
anybody hasn't heard, Duck just got engaged.
Who are we that you would thank you?
You're welcome.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
So yes,
Exclusively here on.
if you've been living under a rock,
Yeah.
Duck just recently got engaged to his I guess you call it longtime girlfriend.
4 years.
Longtime girlfriend, now fiance. A little known music artist, country music artist named Lainey Wilson.
Little icon you might have heard of.
Yeah.
Can I ask,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, was that the first time that she came out and announced that you guys were together?
She didn't really announced it, did
Yeah.
she?
Because she wore the jerseys. Your
Yeah.
whole band
So
wore the jerseys.
I guess that's the first kind of little
Dude,
like.
no. I was in the suite with you
Yeah.
when she came out.
Right.
And his phone, and he's like, my phone's blowing up. People are
Or tweeting me and whatnot.
like, you know, Lainey's wearing your jersey.
But nobody
Right,
knew
yes.
that, right? Because I felt like we
Yeah,
were.
no, it wasn't really known.
allowed
Like that
to-
was the first kind of little, I guess, nugget, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then we walked the carpet, I think, together like 2 or 3 weeks later at the
Yeah.
ACM Awards. But yeah,
Did she
like,
dress you?
no.
You guys are wearing matching outfits.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you got style
she
like
just
that?
she just tells me to go get a black suit, and that's pretty much. I mean,
And I nailed it.
yeah, I mean, like the last time we walked the carpet, like I picked out like the turtleneck and stuff. I was like, she was like, "Dadgum, you did that?" I said,
That's
"Yeah,
right. That's right.
yeah, it was me."
That's right.
That was me.
But yeah,
Fire the stylist.
it was funny. Like all the Pittsburgh fans tweeting me, like, "Dude, Lainey Wilson's wearing your jersey. Do you know her?" And like I would respond, like, "Dude, that's so cool. Like, man, I need to see if I can hit her up."
So do people think that the relationship spawned because of that moment? They're like, oh my gosh, she did that. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
I think there's a lot of people think that happened. They think I tweeted at her because she like we kind of played it. Like
Yeah.
I tweeted at her, she tweeted back at me, and like then we walked the carpet like
That's-
3 weeks later. So, but
That's awesome.
We've been dating for like 2 years, so
Yeah.
it's great.
Was that part of the fun of it, like keeping it kind of a secret?
Oh yeah.
Because I would always tease you, like, dude. Well, I would joke with you.
You would ask me all the time, like, "Are you really dating?" Like,
like, prove it.
Come
You
on,
sure?
man, prove it.
Oh yeah, you can't. She goes to a different school.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, like when she was on Yellowstone, I remember I'd text you like, dude, if that's really your girlfriend, we got to go talk to somebody because they keep wanting to kiss your girlfriend, man. But if that's not really your girlfriend, but yeah, I figured it was kind of because I kept saying like, dude, when are you going to finally do it? When are you going to pop the question? When are you going to do
Yeah.
it? And then you finally did it.
I did it.
Were you nervous?
You know, I had like the jitters and whatnot, but it was funny. Like when we walked up to do it, like she started freaking out. It was like she kept saying like, "I'm about to throw up. I'm about to throw up," and I was like, I'm not gonna throw up, so I'm good. Like I was fine. I mean, I knew she was gonna say yes. You know,
It always helps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Ashley told me to shut up
Yeah.
or like get out. Like she,
I believe that actually.
no, what is it? Shut up. No.
Yeah.
Really?
So is that a?
So do you want me to ask? What up?
Yeah,
And what was funny is on the way to asking her, let me set this down for a second. On the way to asking her, she was like giving me hell about asking her too, like just joking with me.
She's been waiting for it.
Oh yeah. I think she'd been waiting on it, and she was like holding her hands up. She had all these other rings on like this right hand. She's like I wonder what these rings are going to look like with a ring on there. If you ask me, and I'm like thinking like,
Come on now, lady.
give me like 30 minutes. All right. So
But you're asking.
Yeah.
yeah. And so I took her over to the George Jones residence estate. My buddy's got listed. It's where George Jones, the last place he lived at. He's a country music legend. So I asked her the big
Was
question.
that the house that was on the video or something? Or that you guys
That's
she
cool,
came down the
man.
stairs or whatever?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
That's so funny. I'm glad I can officially say it. I can tell. Yeah, he really is. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't fake.
Turns out, yeah. That's awesome, man. I'm stoked for you guys. And she's the sweetest, man. We got to meet her.
She
back,
is.
and like had no reason to be nice to me. I was literally just hanging out, and
Oh, man,
the
she's-
sweetest person in the world, man.
Yeah, she's. I mean, really, like she makes me want to be a better person. I mean, she is that way to everyone. Is so nice. Will make everyone feel included, and I mean, I think that's one of the reasons that it's helped her career. I mean,
Yeah.
I think God has blessed her just because she's always just super nice, outgoing, works hard. She's great.
Have you, not that you're going to air out your fiance or anything, but have you noticed any changes besides her being super, like just everywhere she goes probably now?
Yeah, I mean, like we definitely can't really go anywhere like when we first started dating. I mean, we can slip on down to like the local Mexican joint, but like if we go downtown, like she's got to have security. And she's good about it. I mean, she's good about talking to fans. She's like, you know what? Hey, I signed up for this. Like,
Yeah, that's cool.
God's given me a platform to make someone's day. But it's definitely changing, and I think it's going to continue to change over the next couple of years. I think it's just going to keep going.
Well, that's
keep winning country
that's the-
music artist of the year and all
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah.
But that's the person you want to do it. Incredibly
Absolutely.
talented, like the total homie. Like,
Yeah,
And stay.
yeah, man.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause it's got to be a little, because it's obviously she's dabbling a little bit in like acting
Yeah.
and doing that kind of stuff now too.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's gonna and you just, I think you just said, I don't know if we're allowed, she's going on tour soon.
No, yeah,
is
yeah.
that-
No,
okay,
it's announced.
I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know.
Yeah, she's about to go to Europe.
Fix it in post.
About to go to Europe. Then going to do a bunch of music festivals this summer, and then she'll start her tour in the fall. But yeah, you know, I think like
Is that gonna be hard? Like if she's gonna be gone for like when she goes on these tours or goes away for time, is that to be away from someone like for a while? Is that hard or is it okay?
it gives me the green light to go hunt all the time. No, I mean it can be at times. It can be, you know, difficult, but I think we do a really good job of like when we're together making quality time. And yeah, I mean she may go. I mean honestly, besides this trip to Europe, like usually she's gone like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back Sunday. Like that's a typical, you know,
weekends.
during the tour. And I'm thankful that I have a job that I can go with her some. Like I don't go with her every weekend, but I try to go with her like once a month, maybe twice. Like this fall, I'll try to go a bunch just to like golf at some new golf courses and stuff like that. But no, it's good. It's cool. Yeah, she's dabbling in the acting a little bit. And I think she always wants to be, you know, I think just looking for other ways to do stuff she loves. I think I could see her getting into like writing movies one day. Like she is such a good songwriter. Like everyone in town knows it. Like she's very creative.
She
so
she wrote a lot of other songs that she's written. Are they
every single song.
really?
Unless it's like a collab with someone else, they asked her, but every single song on her album, like she wrote.
Dang.
And 4x4 is really about you?
It is.
Come on. It's the same thing as we
is.
had before. Like, how can
Is
we
it
prove
really?
it? Prove it.
How do we prove it?
FaceTimer. Can you just tell Ben that I'm the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have any, or you can answer this if you want to, have any of the like other older songs like before you came around been about other guys? Ex-boyfriends? There's been no like heartbreak this, like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like some of the songs, like, I mean, her whole life she's been inspired by like, I'm sure like Things a Man I Know was inspired by old boyfriends and whatnot, but like, I know that this is the first song that's specifically about one person.
See, now I got to go back. Now I got to go like, were you in the video?
Nah, I wasn't. Listen,
I think it's about the guy in the video. Don't know who it is, but Glenn over here.
yeah. Oh, buddy.
Being around the entertainment space for a minute, have you got any itch to get into that? Because I've always looked at you guys as like athletes. You compete as entertainment. So for you, it's something, but for us, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
And I think at some level, especially when you get to the professional level, you begin to understand the performance element of your guys' competition. Being around that space at all, have you seen anything that's like, oh man, I could That seems like that would be interesting to me. Acting or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, no, not really acting. You know, I think of like, you know, the podcast scene, the YouTube scene, kind of as like the entertainment. But man, I've learned so much like past couple of years just watching all the entertainment and everything. Like it's really cool. Like, you know, comedy. It seems like comedy is starting to become kind of big again. Like it kind of was in a little downfall. And, you know, there's so many opportunities that people entertain. I mean, all these people that do like streaming, like, and it's just crazy to think that like they'll have millions of people that just go in there and watch them do whatever it is they're doing that day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I could see the YouTube, you know, I could see maybe doing some sort of podcast one day that's maybe hunting specific or whatnot. But yeah, acting, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
You're a behind the scenes kind of guy.
Yeah.
You're a supportive, soon to be husband.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy to think.
Right.
I'd be a husband.
I know, man.
What are you, 28?
28, yeah. I'll be 29 in April.
Is she say? I mean, how old? I don't know. How's she?
32.
Oh, she's older than you. Oh, I went for the older one, huh?
Come on now.
There you
Come
go.
on.
See how it is.
Yeah.
What about, again, don't have to answer if you don't. Do we see kids in the future at some point? Like,
Yeah.
want to have a family and all
Yeah,
that?
definitely. I don't know. I mean, I think we both want to do things in our lives before we get there.
Yeah.
But definitely kids down the road. I want to have some little ducklings running around.
Little duck.
Come on.
You know, I want my 4-year-old son to like be shooting ducks and turkeys at a young age. So definitely.
That's cool. Does she come from big family? You big family? Like,
She comes from a bigger family than I came from. Yeah, I came from it was my mom, my dad, my brother, grandparents, and like I have cousins, but not really super close with them.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes from a family that like,
big family.
yeah, close with cousins. Like when we go down there for holidays, it's a lot bigger than when we go to my house. Mm-hmm. So
The other thing I always thought was when I met her for the first time too in question was, and I always questioning is the wrong thing to say, but like the accent,
Oh, yeah,
like
Pete-
that can't be real.
it's real.
And then you talk to him like,
Yeah.
and I think Ashley even said the same thing. Like that's country.
Yeah,
It's like,
real.
like is it Reba McEntire? That's
Yeah.
real. Like it's the red. Like she's
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Real
Oh, yeah.
You go
twang,
south
whatever.
and just keep going, and then
Yeah.
you'll find that accent. Yeah.
Because where's she from? Like is she
Louisiana.
Yeah.
So it's like. I mean, it's
Yeah.
cool. Like I think it's
Yeah,
it's super.
It's funny. Like that's the one thing too. She's like, I don't care what people say about me, but like you say my accent's fake. Like that's what gets me. Like it's not fake.
Hey, listen, Lainey, I didn't say it was fake. I didn't say it's fake. I'm
you were
admiring that it's real.
you were
Yeah.
discovering its
That's
authenticity.
right. That's right. Yep.
Oh man. Well, as we're having this conversation,
Yeah, I
we
need to
got
try a chicken dinner real quick.
They're unbelievable. Yeah, dig into that. We're not done. I'm just saying, in honor, we have to have our last beer as we move this thing down the home stretch. Oh wait, I already have this beer. And fittingly, as I was looking in the beers, it's actually the first one I picked out.
There you go.
As I was looking, and this is from Jackalope Brewing Company. Okay.
Jackalope.
Where's that at? I feel like I've heard about that.
Well, I've heard of it, Jackalope. My wife, Ash, told you they're real. Houston, Nashville. So it's in Nashville.
Nashville. Okay.
That's why.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
That's why.
I knew I heard of that.
This one is the first one I saw at the beer place, and I'm like, as I'm thinking of duck, this is the first thing I thought of. This beer is from Jackalope Brewing Company. It's called Lovebird.
There.
That's great.
Hey,
we love that. Look at that.
Because he's a
How
duck,
fitting.
duck.
Oh no, it was nothing to do with the duck.
Oh well, I'm saying he's recently engaged.
That's what it's
It's
about.
But,
also
you
a
also
duck.
hold on. What's the bottom of that can? Does that say 4.4?
4.4.
4x4? You know.
By
You know.
by
Look
you.
at that. Look at that.
Holy cow.
Crazy. This might be the best beer.
This is love. Well, wait till you hear it.
Oh gosh.
It's Drink Legendary.
Okay.
Here we go. And this might be her next single. It's called Drink Legendary. Pair of lovebirds in a tree. Brewing. I suppose brewing.
Okay. Appreciate it.
First comes wheat.
Sanford, right?
Not Stan.
Not Stan, yeah.
First comes wheat, then comes berry. Pop that top and drink Legendary.
Oh,
That's great.
that's good.
So this is a wheat beer brewed with strawberries and raspberries. Okay.
All right. Let's try it.
Lovebird. In honor of our lovebirds.
yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go. Cheers.
4x4 by you. I know I got to go listen to the song. See what it's really about. If it doesn't say duck in it,
No.
or there's not a quack or anything.
Look, go listen to the song "Counting Chickens." All right,
Chickens?
It's another song by Lainey, at the end of it, you gotta pay attention because like at the end of it, she ends the song like 1 chicken, 2 chicken, 3 chickens. Oh shoot, I think that's a duck.
Really?
Yeah, she does. She does.
Counting chickens. Okay.
That's awesome.
That's pretty funny.
So the way this is, we said strawberry, raspberry.
Strawberry and raspberry. Love, the love berries.
Yeah, they are known as that, right? The love
I don't know,
berries.
but I haven't made that
All
up.
right, let's see. Hold on, I gotta listen to it.
4x4 by
yeah.
you. What's it sound like? Love?
I gotta do Duck's technique. He's on to something.
Man, this one's talking to me a little.
Oh,
bit.
what's it
It's
saying?
chirping.
Is
It's
it?
chirping at
Yeah,
me.
a couple birds. Oh yeah, I hear that.
I mean, it's a summer dream. I mean, this is,
Oh yeah.
This is,
I put this up to my ear to do your technique, and I thought, what am I doing?
you have ears in. Super light, super easy, super
Yeah.
drinkable. Nothing to it.
That'd be a good like beach beer.
Yeah. Summertime, sitting by the pool, the beach.
Yeah, you could drink 14 of those. I
Yep.
don't recommend it, but you could if you wanted to. You'd be feeling it, I think, with the flavors, but that goes down too.
That's
easy.
not bad though.
It's not bad. Do a little more?
Yeah, let me a little more.
Get you a little more of this. Lovebird.
Appreciate it. Look at that. I love y'all's little glasses y'all got.
Alabama
them.
barbecue. What makes an Alabama barbecue?
It's like the white sauce.
I think
sauce.
white, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it being the color white.
What is the flavor? Is it like it's a garlicky?
That's still kind of
Is it?
Good.
barbecuey.
Yeah.
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 That's good. What'd you think of the wing or the little chicken tenders? Good.
Oh my gosh. He said what? Cornbread?
Yeah, cornbread chicken. Yeah.
That's good.
He did a what was that? Oh, it was the Nashville chicken slider.
So good.
We had
little spicy.
Nate in here yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Brother.
And what y'all leaving tonight? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. We got one more show. Go do Nate's podcast. So who did you cook? Are you a cooker at all? You do the cooking?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not like Evan, but
Oh, no one really does.
Yeah, he's one of one.
yeah, I love to cook. You know, throw it down on a grill, all that stuff.
Are you the chef at home? Or do you guys have, you have a chef or is Lainey cook? She doesn't.
He said,
I take that back, babe.
Love you.
She's doing a lot better. She just ain't got time. I mean, I get it. She wants to come
she's a
home
little
and
busy.
relax.
yeah.
But I love cooking so much. Like, I don't mind cooking all the time.
You got a meal? You got like a go-to? Like,
I mean, steak.
yeah.
Steak on the grill.
Yeah, ribeye. I like making rice bowls a lot.
You make a little rice bowl, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. We're learning all about duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what we're learning.
Yeah, what else y'all want to know?
How's your golf game?
Man, I got it. I got it. I just got to find how to stay consistent with it. I mean, I've hit the good drives. I made the putts. Like, I know I can do it.
Are you 80s, 90s?
I mean,
70s?
You know, when I like get in the groove and I'm playing, I'm probably somewhere between 80 and 85.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm talking about like really
When you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've kind of made it a goal this year to try to get really good at golf this spring and summer, fall. So we'll see.
See how it goes.
Yeah.
You guys coming to Pittsburgh anytime soon?
I don't know.
We have to play when you come up.
Yeah.
Or I'll come down here and we'll play.
Yeah.
Down here.
Well, I need to go up there, shoot a turkey with some buddies, and then we go play golf.
Yeah.
Because when I was there, I'd always play at Diamond Run. Mm-hmm. Where you remember at again?
Allegheny.
Allegheny. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to come up. Did I tell you about, I sent you a picture of my daughter's deer.
Oh yeah.
I tell you about that? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you told me.
Well, yeah, she's first ever day hunting, time hunting. And she's like, crossbow, we're going to go out hunting. And she's this, like a spike walks out, she's 10.
Yeah.
I'm like, absolutely, shoot a spike. It's your first ever time
Absolutely.
hunting. You're with a crossbow, go shoot it. She goes, nope, I want something bigger. I'm like, you're definitely not a boy because both boys would have shot that thing right then. And then this was like 10 minutes in the blind, right? And then 10 minutes later, this like 3x3 walks out. I'm like, hey, yes, your brother's first deer was a spike. Like, you're going to get him beat. She goes, nope, I want something bigger. And I'm like, I don't even know. Like, we're just sitting in the blind where I know there's going to be deer. I don't know if anything big is going to come in there. And so we're just sitting there, and she finally is like, nope, I'm waiting for something bigger, Dad. And then like these small 8s walk in. I'm like, hey, that's an 8. Like, let's take it. And she's like, nope, bigger, Dad. I'm like, all right, we're not getting anything. And I look and I'm sitting on the blind. I look behind it. And I'm like, something's walking through the trees. Like it's gonna come right into this field we're sitting at. And I can't really see what it is, but I'm like, it's bigger. Like, and now I see this deer walk. I'm like, hey, let's go. And I was like, if she passes this one, we're done hunting. Like we're just done hunting because it was a really, really big deer. And so she ended up shooting it and was like through the roof, and it was so excited. But
that's awesome.
It was cool. And then Benjamin got one the last day when it was like -7. He went out 3 of the 4 days when it was like minus temperatures. And I was super proud of him for sitting out there because we were like, went out, didn't see anything, went out, didn't see anything. And then he was like, I'm like, buddy, this is our last hunt of the year.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to go. And I'm like, all right, dude, good for you, man. I had him in like the full body heater suit, like the 3X1. He's sitting in that thing
awesome.
like this. And we saw one of the ones that we were after walking. It was like one of those like hunts when you see him coming from like 100 yards away. So you get like the excitement is building up. And so, but it was super cool. So he got one on his last day too. So it was a fun hunting season for everybody. But
that's awesome.
But yeah, you'll have to come up and when you come up there, so we got a bunch of turkey running around.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll plan a trip.
He was mad. You'll appreciate this too. He was mad because he was getting ready like 3 weeks earlier. One of the 2 bucks that we were look after was like coming into the field in front of us, and it's like, okay, I'm like, buddy, just let it get out in front of us because I'm in the corner of the blind. Let it get here, and we'll get ready. And literally, as he's like getting ready to shoot this deer, it's at like 25 yards. All of a sudden, the deer like freaks, and I'm like, what in the world's going on? And we got perfect wind, everything, and the deer like freaks out and runs. And now we'd been hunting all season, and it like ran up. He's like so mad. And I looked behind us, and there was a flock of like 20 longbeards coming in.
Oh my god!
And scared the deer. And so he's like, I want to shoot one of these turkeys. I'm like, dude, it's not turkey season. We can't shoot. And he was so mad. He's like, can I shoot and scare him away or anything? Like with a crossbow. I'm like, first off, if you shoot a crossbow in the ground next to him, they're not really going to do anything.
No.
Like they're not going to scare him away. But he was so mad at the turkeys because he's like, I don't understand why is a deer scared of the turkey? I'm like, typically, if the turkeys are in first, the deer will come in. But if a deer is in there, and there are just 20 longbeards walking in, so we got plenty of turkeys if you want to come hunting up there too. So,
what was that, late April, early May, or something like that?
Yeah. You get the spring. I like spring turkey better than fall.
Yeah,
I love, you get them start talking to them. And stuff. That's so much fun.
Yeah,
so,
let it warm up. Turkey, get around a golf in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it,
man. Thank you so much. We covered everything? Didn't we, Spence? Anything we missed out on? Doug, anything you want to talk about, bud?
Man, go follow my YouTube channel.
That's
I'll link it.
Yeah, Duck Hodges with 2 S's because someone took just the normal Duck Hodges. So
what?
Yeah, that was part of it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Was that you, Ben?
Yeah.
No. Thank y'all for having me. I know we talked about it for a while. So
yeah, I'm glad if we could finally make this work.
No
Thanks
doubt.
for taking the time.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna maybe go to the golf course today. I'm a little jealous.
It's all right.
I get it. But congrats, man,
Thank you.
on the engagement. Really excited for you guys.
Thank you.
Excited for the future for you guys, man. I think you're gonna. I trust and believe that you will take the same attitude and dependability, and just commitment to your marriage that you did to football.
That's right.
Excited for you, man. And from 2 married guys have been married for a little while now, man. Just keep the Lord first, man.
That's right.
And I know you guys will. I know you guys both come from great backgrounds in that area, but keep the Lord first and support each other, and it's going to be fun to watch you guys grow. I can't wait to see little ducklings.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Wish y'all nothing but the best. And anytime you're up in Pittsburgh, let me know.
We'll do it. Make a trip up there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Thank y'all for having me on.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. As Spence said, he will put some stuff to follow Ducks. I'm not even on the social media stuff. All the things.
So they're called links. They're pretty cool.
Links. All the things for Duck socials and all the new hunting stuff he's going to do. Check that out. Duck Ventures. Nope.
Documentaries.
Why'd I come Duck Ventures? I don't know. Adventures, Duck Ventures. Documentaries is cool, but Duck Ventures.
What was the old show back in the day? DuckTales.
DuckTales,
I thought about doing DuckTales. I was like, no.
Probably copyright.
I was like, documentaries.
Dude, documentaries is so
It is. That's
great.
so
That's-
Duck
You
Ventures.
start taking like homies out to go hunt. Like
That's what I'm saying.
I'm in.
Let's do
I'm
it.
in. All right.
We'll do it.
So, but thank you, Doug, for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned for our next episode and more fun guests and all the cool things we got going on. So appreciate y'all.